Happy Oxing Day! As Rebecca has already mentioned, we're in the midst of Oxmas, so everyone is wearing Christmas jumpers and popping crackers and having a general merry time. And it's nearly the end of term. It goes so quickly. So I'm even more ill than the last time I vlogged, and despite being pretty organised, I actually had my first ever essay crisis in the early hours of this morning, finishing my essay at about 5:30, and then having 3 hours sleep before rushing to the tutorial. So I'm pretty tired, but I have another shoot really soon, which is actually a history tutorial. Depends on your year, medics, biomedics, chemists can take certain extra optional modules. So, for example, I'm doing history and philosophy of science. It's different, it's really interesting, and surprising having lectures and tutorials on art subjects because they're taught in such a different way to the science subjects usually are. There are lots of names to remember. Otherwise, last week was a really busy week for me. I was somehow inundated with dinners. For example, the welfare dinner, because I'm on our college's equal opportunities team. Went out for dinner for one of my friend's birthdays. I had Meet the Medics, which is a dinner that's arranged with some of my college's medical alumni or people affiliated with college so that we could ask them questions, which is one of the great things about being a collegiate system, as in once people have left they still feel some pride and connection with the college that they left from. For example, one of the parts of medics is giving us a budget every year to host our own events and dinners, with the last one that we had being in the SCR, which is the Senior Common Room, which is a really posh area in college, which is mainly used by fellows and tutors. So it's pretty awesome. Otherwise, Wadham hosted their Queer Week and their famous Queer Fest, which, as said in the name, is a festival for all things queer. It's great. The theme was Let It Go, so you had people dressed up as Elsa from Frozen, just in general quirky clothing, in drag, in a range of risque outfits. I personally wore this cute, slightly transparent outfit, which a lot of people actually had exactly the same thing, but there you go. I would have taken my camera with me, but it would have ended up completely and utterly broken and lost. So, probably best to have not done. Anyway, next week is also going to be really busy, considering it's 8th week. I have a surprising amount of paperwork to do, which is really unexciting, mainly because, as you may know, Oxford's medical course only guarantees that you're going to be here for 3 years. So I've actually got to reapply to clinical school, and look, got my application here. It's basically like applying for UCAS all over again, but the only options are Oxford, Cambridge and all the London universities. Although I'm hoping to stay in Oxford, which means that me and the other medics who are hoping to stay have to go and find a house for next year, which, considering Oxford has very little property, we will probably end up having to queue outside the letting agency for hours and hours next week to get the house that we want. But it'll be worth it in the long run. Otherwise, like Rebecca, I'm going to be here for the 9th and even 10th week because I also help with interviews. So I'll probably post another video during that time to talk about medicine applications, the dreaded BMAT, and what to expect in a medicine interview, as well as reflections on my time during the interview process. So if you have any questions relating to that, just pop them below and I'll hope to try and answer them in my next video. Bye!